How they hanging down, dudes? It's me, the Digital Raptor. Welcome back to Watch Dogs 2. I'm trying a new sitting location because I'm bored. So, you might be wondering what we're up to today? Well, we're gonna track down a criminal. Not just any criminal. The Zodiac Killer. Now, I don't know what to wear. I don't know if I should wear the Private Eye outfit or the Zodiac Killer outfit. I'm genuinely torn between this. You know what? I haven't worn a lot of the Zodiac Killer, and I was wearing the Private Eye outfit when I was doing some actual missions. So I say we go Zodiac. I love the Zodiac Killer hat, by the way. So I'd actually like to explain something about just a personal thing. If you guys are thinking, is he about to say, oh, did he meet the Zodiac Killer or something? No, I didn't. Never have, and frankly, I don't think I ever will, because I'm pretty sure that by this point, he's long dead. I think. I could be wrong on that, so... yeah. Anyhow, what I was going to say was... something which has always fascinated me, and probably will continue to fascinate me for a long, long time, are serial killers. And I know, that probably sounds horrible, but let me explain. I'm not thinking like, oh, I want to be a serial killer. I'm thinking, I'm amazed at why they do what they do, what motivates them, why their actions are what they are, why they choose to scare, to kill, what made them into what they were in the first place. And people like Ed Guinness, you know, the guy who inspired Psycho, Leatherface, Hannibal from Silence of the Lambs, and all these other guys. You know, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy. I find their stories really fascinating and yet really tragic at the same time. I'm not one of those people who... hang on. I'm not one of those people who is kind of like, oh yeah, serial killers are awesome, we should not be imprisoning them. I'm not like that. Don't think I am. What I'm saying is, I find their history fascinating. I find their motivation, I find their actions, even the way they kill sometimes is truly interesting. Jack the Ripper was the other big one. But the two which always interested me the most were both Jack the Ripper and the Zodiac Killer for one big reason. Neither of them were ever caught. Now with Jack the Ripper, man, that's got a chill down my spine by saying that they were never caught. Like, that's... you know you're intimidating when you just talking about how you were never caught makes you have a shiver go down your spine. See, Jack the Ripper, at least, I can at least sort of chalk that one up to, well, it was in a time where there wasn't exactly, like, computers and everything. Where there wasn't high technology levels that allowed us to completely just go and essentially, like, take some DNA. Like, it was actually what started the idea of DNA scanning and everything in the first place. And the Zodiac Killer, what I find fascinating was how he talked with the police. For those of you who don't know, he was a killer, and I can't recall the amount of people he either was confirmed killed or claimed to have killed, because he claimed to have killed a lot. But anyhow, what he did, though, is he frequently would send letters to the police. And he would say, hey, Zodiac Killer here, or he would just... it wasn't even Zodiac Killer at first, it was just, you will find a body here, you won't find me, though. And for years, the police could never figure out who he was. And there have been so many people saying, oh, this guy was the Zodiac Killer, this guy was, yada, yada, yada. Hang on.
Hey, anybody here seen a cryptogram laying around? Asking for a friend.
Interesting strategy.
All right, T-Bone, here you go.
Holy shit. This looks so familiar.
Can you solve it?
Not right this minute. Stuff takes time. Any other info you can find would help. Do they have a key?
I'll look around. Great. Cops are working with Prime 8 to crack the cryptogram.
If you ever needed proof the cops don't know what they're doing, no way Primate's getting cred for this.
I'll find out what they know. Can't be much.
Is that all? So I guess that was just the first part of the mission. Interesting. Hang on, what's up? Ray, tell me what's up, buddy. Oh, okay, never mind then. But as I was saying, the Zodiac Killer, he frequently would message the police, like send them letters saying, you can find the bodies here, and yada yada yada. He would explain what he did, who he killed, but he had no real pattern. He would just kill. He didn't care who he killed. It was just, he killed. And that's what made him terrifying. Excuse me 1 minute. Now, for those of you who know me from my Media Raptor channel, you should know I'm a fan of comics. One thing which I loved was Batman Gaslight, when Batman was trying to track down Jack the Ripper in the actual Victorian era time. And what made that so cool was the fact that Batman had none of his technology. He had to literally just, well, do what he doesn't seem to do much of. Be a detective. And it was really interesting. Now, one thing which I want to see, I don't care if it's like a one-shot, a 4-issue miniseries, it doesn't even have to be canonical, and I don't think it should be. I want to see Batman take on the Zodiac Killer. I cannot be the only person who thinks that would be cool. Because think about it. It wouldn't be like Batman going like, oh no, Joker has escaped, I need to go put him behind bars. It would be this guy saying, you failed at your job. You swore to protect these people, but look what I've done to them. You have until the end of tonight to find me, and then I will disappear. And then like Batman goes on, he's like trying to figure out, who is the Zodiac Killer? Who is he? And then he ends up like in Arkham Asylum, and it turns out that maybe it might be the original Zodiac. Oh, I killed myself by accident. I meant to do proximity on that. Sorry. But then it turns out that it's not like Black Mask or Killer Moth or Firefly or Joker. It's not any of those guys. In fact, they even start getting picked off by the Zodiac Killer. And you're left wondering, is it a Zodiac Killer or is it a copycat? And going back to the story, some more, the whole thing is Batman trying to figure out, what do I do? Because at one point he assumes, oh, you know what? It's gotta be Red Hood killing everyone. But then Red Hood turns up dead or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to say kill all the main characters, but I'm saying, like, it could be cool how the viewer is left guessing and questioning what's going on, and the whole time Batman is fighting against the clock before it ticks down, and everyone, like Robin, Catwoman, Vicky Vale, everyone who he either cares for or at least tolerates, I guess, because, you know, Batman, not so sure if he really shows care that well. But you know what I'm saying. For everyone Batman knows or cares for, you know what I mean. Everyone who's close to Batman ends up dead at the hands of the Zodiac Killer, or an extremely elaborate copycat killer. And there's only one way that Batman can solve this. He has to take the Zodiac Killer's clues, both past and present, and figure out what's been going on. And my car didn't get dropped off anywhere. Thanks. Screw it. Taking the bike. See, I don't want you guys to go off thinking like this guy is weird. He like fantasizes about the Zodiac Killer. Sorry. I don't condone violence, and I definitely don't condone murder. What I'm trying to say is, though, I'm fascinated by the legacy of the Zodiac Killer. How, for so long, he eluded everyone. Police, only a few people saw him and survived even. Like, it was a pretty big deal if you were able to survive an encounter with him. And the thing is, he had no real motivation that at least I know of. And I've seen a couple like of those real life killers, serial killer documentaries about serial killers, but I don't remember if they ever said at any point that the Zodiac Killer had a motivation. Speaking of being a killer, I got a grenade launcher. Let's waste these suckers. Hey, Primate, looks like you're not so prime now. Yay! I actually have no idea who made that song. No joke, I don't know who made that. That whole yay meme. I know the meme really well, but I don't know who made that original song. Was it like Pink Floyd or David Bowie? It wasn't David Bowie, it can't have been. Prince maybe? I don't know. Metallica, AC/DC? I don't know. If you guys could tell me, that would be really helpful. Let's see. Oops, I'm dead. Okay. If you guys want to know what I mean by I find a serial killer's mind so fascinating, let me give you an example. Jeffrey Dahmer, perhaps one of the most infamous serial killers ever. His motivation was religion, pretty much. It was very strange. Part of him was just insane, and part of him, he motivated everyone into killing for him, or joining him in what he thought was right. See, I find fascinating because, from what I could tell, I think he had a pretty normal... No, I don't think he had a normal life. I shouldn't be talking about guys I don't fully understand. But how he was able to... What I'm getting at is I find it so fascinating how he could manipulate everyone around him into forming a cult, even going so far as to kill people. That I find fascinating. Oh, hang on.
Who? Q and Faye. Set up 2 young guys. Well, all we're doing is brute forcing. That's gonna take forever. We need that data outpost. Data outpost? Yeah, Did you hear that? Someone listening in?
Whoops. Well, I'm here, might as well kill them. Now, where's my shotgun?
Hey, anybody heard of a data outpost in San Francisco?
I read something the other day about an oil refinery that integrated some new data crunching tech. Came from Galilee, I think.
Why does an oil refinery need a supercomputer?
Marcus, if we leech some of that processing power, I can break this cryptogram lickety-fucking-splickety.
T-Bone's still great, and so is Wrench. Oh, everyone's not dead yet. Hang on, let me rectify that. Rectify. Actually, that's another show I haven't seen very much of, was Beavis and Butthead. Granted, I know like all the jokes, I know all the famous lines and stuff, I know all the controversial episodes and stuff, but I've never actually watched, I think I have never watched a full episode. Which, yeah, it's another thing on my list of things I need to do. We got one shot at this. That was a shot well taken. Okay, where are the others? See, I'm going back to what I was talking about, like just serial killers who I find interesting. Ed Gein is another very famous one, at least. Because some people, they kill just because. And when they kill someone, they hide the body, and that's that. They are kind of done after the murder is over. That's all they need. See, with Ed Gein, though, he went a step further. He was insane. What he ended up doing was, well, for those of you who don't know or haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he actually would eat part of the bodies, and the rest of it, he made clothing out of. He wanted to be a woman, and they actually found a full, quote, woman suit made out of human flesh. That is disgusting. But you know what else he did? It didn't stop there. The terror didn't stop there. Sometimes he would make bowls out of skulls, or he made essentially everyday living supplies, like clothing and furniture and silverware even, out of bones and remains. Do I even need to begin on how messed up that is? Oh, hang on. They're not all dead. How many grenades do I have left? Okay, I don't have any grenades left. Hey! There. I'll end this episode once they're all dead. It's starting to sound like a serial killer. It's fascinating, though, just how one man's mind can... Okay, let me give you some examples. The minds of, say, J.K. Rowling or Robert Munch. They can create and make things that everyone will enjoy for generations to come. They'll be remembered forever. Then people like John Wayne Gacy or Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein, any of those guys, they'll be remembered forever too, because of their
A
insanity.
handful of corrupt police have transformed the CTOS crime network into a dangerous weapon. Recently leaked footage exposed the abuse, showing members of the Oakland Police Department using CTOS to flag themselves as undercover, enabling them to smuggle drugs and organize hits on members of their own community.
I did that. I'm proud of
all
that.
without any fear
Thank you
of
very much.
reprisal.
But it's just, it's amazing how one man's mind
to
can
investigate.
be used to create so many things that will be remembered for so long. And then another man's mind, he'll be remembered forever for all the wrong reasons. And it's truly something else. I want to leave you with that, guys. I want to leave you to think on that. Think about how easy it can be for one man to go from someone who's so poetic, who has their whole life in front of them, to someone who will be remembered in infamy. But until next time, guys, I'm the Digital Raptor, saying keep cool. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Later.